Good morning and welcome back to my channel. This reading will be for today, March 11th for Pisces. What is in store for 2020? So I'm using my new deck I just got by Cheryl Marchetti. This is the, where did I put the box? Legacy of the Divine Tarot. And the Oracle card will be clarified by Work Your Light by Rebecca Campbell. So we're doing one card for each month of the year of 2020. Oops. Hold on. I feel like that was self-inflicted. Okay. Wow, these cards really jump out. Okay. When two come out at the same time, I really don't like to take them because I don't know which one's coming out first. These cards. Okay, we'll take that one. These cards really want to talk today. The Judgment card wanted to come out before, so see? You can't keep a good card down. Page of Swords. Just need one more card. And there we go. It was the Nine of Coins. Right. Over there. And now we'll do the Oracle cards. So you can see these better. I like that these are smaller cards, or like the size of playing cards. So to clarify each month, we'll do Big Mama Jama cards now. Ooh. That's way too many. As I shuffle, I'm kind of looking at the cards that we've already laid down. And in January, it looks like you had some sort of offer of love come through with the Ace of Cups. The cups always speak about your emotions or communication. Excuse me. February, it looks like you have some sort of burden on your back. So that could be telling you to put your burdens down. Because you can't move. You're so weighted down. the Eight of Coins, it looks like you are working very hard, trading money, making plans, maybe worrying this month about investments. This month of March has been certainly up and down with the stock market, hasn't it? In the month of April, you have the Seven of Cups, which shows a lot of options. Perhaps you're thinking about the options that you have. And let's see here. The Seven of Cups, you have many options of which you're manifesting. You're not really sure of which to choose. Your choice could have a significant consequence. So you need to maybe do your homework and make a decision. Finding out what I can't talk, sorry. What each option would be being offered to you. As some may not be what they seem, or just not appropriate to the circumstance. You have everything you want, but before you even want it. So, countless pleasures may be exploding from a single moment. This also speaks of fantasies, romantic illusions, like wearing rose-colored glasses, having too many choices and being confused. The cup that calls out to you has a message. You are presented with many opportunities and choices, so some of them are more promising than others. Someone may be withholding pertinent information from you, so you'll have to make a decision with your gut rather than with all of the facts. There's a great little saying quote in here. It says, if you limit your choices only to what seems possible or reasonable, you disconnect yourself from what you truly want, and all that is left is a compromise. By Robert Fritz. And Page of Coins is in your month of May. This is a younger person coming in. Dealing with issues realistically and directly and in a forthright manner. This card rules over the season of spring through the signs of Aries, Taurus, and Gemini. The Page of Coins is an earthy part of Earth. And here we have Earth combined with strength in itself. This would be called manifesting force, which senses, where senses strengthen the senses. The Page of Coins asks you to learn practical skills that you can use to support yourself and to create beauty, health, and wealth. And this is also maybe a message about luck, money, and resources coming forth. In the month of June, you have Four of Wands. Do you concur, Sam? The Four of Wands? What does the Four of Wands say, Sam? He doesn't want to talk now. But this card represents marriage, home, family bonds, health, happiness, harmonious celebration. A beam of light is reflecting through the crystals of Four Wands that were placed to create a sanctuary in the wasteland. The trees grow by a gentle creek. Birds fly over a rainbow. So this could signify a completion of some sort, celebration for that completion. Success is in order. It's an important milestone that requires a commencement. So find ways to celebrate your accomplishments and the successes of others in the month of June. Hang on a second. Hey! Hey! What are you doing? Get out of there! Come here! Out! Out! Come on! Okay, sorry about that. This is why we close the door during recording time. I apologize. My cat is very mischievous sometimes. Alright, and then in the month of July, you are going within to reflect, holding out your light still for others to see. This could mean maybe just not feeling like being around others, kind of just taking some time for yourself to mull over a situation. In August, you have maybe a pregnancy happening or an invitation to a pregnancy baby shower, or you're feeling pregnant with possibilities, new beginnings happening. In September, the Judgment card. So maybe you have some legal documents or judgment or feeling judged. Judgment is about balance and kind of like weighing the issues too. This card represents the process of realizing the consequences of action and inaction and wrong action. It is also the divine communicating with the individual. Maybe you did something that was wrong and need to apologize to somebody. This is also obeying a higher order. The angel of judgment in this card is standing in front of a heavenly pipe organ, awakening the dead. They rise up through the elements in their natural order. Earth to water to air to fire. The angels' gowns and wings are pure white, the color of purity. And this is kind of like a wake-up call that you're going to have in September. And it's a realization, a spiritual awakening perhaps. Maybe a time of renewal or rebirth, of blessings, of guidance, of health. And this angel is Gabrielle, summoning the music of resurrection with the vibration of his own spirit. So, which was long dead, is filled with the irresistible sound of the call to life and is reborn in a new world to fulfill a new purpose. So maybe you will be resurrected and find yourself in music. Cheryl Marchetti says that with this card, the journey is nearing its end. The sun's light literally reveals the last steps to be taken. The fool has faced challenges at various stages along the way, and he overcame them, demons and fears alike. His wounds are healing, but out of sight isn't always out of mind. For final closure, sometimes the past must not be hidden or forgotten, but resurrected and faced once more. It must be confronted and judged before finally being defeated. This will bring final closure and allow for a true rebirth. So, the saying, let sleeping dogs lie, comes to mind, but sometimes you need to brush the dust off of a book cover in order to reread the chapters that you have long forgotten the story before you can make a judgment about that book, right? You can't judge a book by its cover. So you need to reread the book and the story and go over everything to make a final judgment. In October, we have King of Swords. So perhaps someone of a masculine nature or male will be coming through with some communication. This person is no BS, cuts through all the crap, and lets you know exactly how they feel. And then you have the Page of Swords, who is more of a childlike communicator, maybe a little bit more mature, with a message. Let's go to the book to just clarify the Page of Swords. So, this card is about learning. It could be a student, mentally active, forceful communication. So this Page of Swords is asking you to hone your analytical powers and to strive for impeccability. She can bring messages from afar about scientific or legal matters. So it could be a message about some legal matters. The seasonal attribution is winter. The energy of the Ace of Swords comes through the Page of Swords, who rules over the season of winter through the signs of Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. This is a card of speaking your truth. So perhaps there's something that you want to say, or you want to go back to school. And then you have in December the 9 of Coins. This lady is in her beautiful garden holding her bird, and everything in life just looks in place and where it should be. She's just enjoying her time in a garden that she's made of her own. And with this card, it's saying retreat from the real world into a private world of pleasure. The environment is harmonious and comfortable, and it allows focus on intellectual and spiritual pursuits. So the advice of this card is to beautify your surroundings, maybe spruce things up. And I just want to revisit the King of Swords. So this King of Swords, if this is you, it's also saying the advice is to make choices based on logic and rationality. So think with your head and not your heart. The King of Swords, he upholds law and order. His realm is the mind, theories, and science. He is a great humanitarian, and he puts the needs of the people before his own. He does, however, expect to be well recognized for the progress that has been made. So let's do the Oracle cards now. So with the Ace of Cups also, you have the Great Gathering. It's all coming together, intuitive hits, soul tribe. So with the Ace of Cups, the advice is to make the replenishment of emotions a priority. Feel free to express the range of your feelings completely. And in a gathering of your own soul tribe, I would feel that your emotions would definitely be able to do that in this great gathering. So let's go ahead and get a card for February now. That's a lot of cards there. So we're not going to take all of those. It's like 5 cards fell out. Okay, so that's February, which is the initiation, rite of passage, crossing the threshold, which is kind of funny because this guy is literally trying to cross a threshold, but he can't because of the burden weighing down on his back. So this definitely confirms that, sorry about that noise. Oh, that's my neighbor's car. Oh, so annoying. In order to reach your rite of passage here, you have to let go of this burden. Crossing this threshold is not going to happen. You're in these dark times, and to go through this, you have to put whatever is weighing you down aside. So, absolutely confirms the tarot card. I love when the oracle cards do that. It's amazing to me. Because as you can see, I am not cherry picking these as one may think. I am letting the universe guide the decision. But I do not have the intention of ever taking more than one card. So if I cannot decipher which card fell out first, or if there's like 5 gazillion cards that fall out, I will only take one if it completely flips over and is single and solitary, or if like 2 fall out and 1 falls out indefinitely, one before the other, like that one. And we don't even know what it is, so we'll discover together what is March. The Age of Light. You've been training for this for lifetimes. So with your 8 of Coins, you have been training for whatever it is you're working on. Let's revisit the 8 of Coins here. In the book of Chiara Marchetti says, seek right livelihood. There is pleasure and profit in honest work. More skill and technique can be developed, perhaps in an apprenticeship. Practice makes perfect, and you can learn from the experience you gain. So, basically like what I said, training, learning, selling something, economy, conning, practical success, commission work, vanity. Yep. I really think this belongs here in this month of March with the stocks, and also with your career. So you've been training for this for a lifetime. You've been working really hard. Use your intuition, but just keep on holding steadfastly to your money, making wise decisions. This is something that is not new to you. So you have the experience that you need to guide yourself. If you're having a hard time deciphering, as this guy does, it's like he has all his coins in front of him. And it's almost like what I get from this picture. He has 2 substantial coins, which means that his money is balanced. He's balanced. The 3 he has drawn are not even on the table. They're actually drawn in his mind, he has plans for more money in front of him. And then he's even deciphering perhaps a letter or one of his drawings that he's done for a fourth coin, or should you say ninth coin. But he's a little perplexed on maybe this ninth coin or how to make this happen. But if you look in the background, he seems to be a person of wealth with the beautiful green curtains. He doesn't look too worried. He just looks like he's been up all night and just really into his work, concentrating. So we have a card for April, which is transformation. Things are changing at a cellular level and deep healing. And with the Seven of Cups, you have many options. Perhaps you're seeking for some sort of answer to your deep healing within, and you're confused. But I think that if you always go within, your inner light will help you, and the universe will guide you to what you need. This kind of looks like an Egyptian pharaoh, which they were very enlightened about healing and medicine. So this is a very deep, I feel, combination here. So many options could be said about this. To me, it's almost like it's so profound, like you're almost searching so deeply within for an answer to something for yourself and your life. Like you want more, and you have all these options, but you don't know what it is that will make you happy. And yet you do know. So I would say pray on it, and God will always show you the way of what you need to be happy. In May, you have trust your path. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? So with this Page of Coins, this message coming through for financial. Trust your path financially. And let's see. When you're dealing with your money issues, just be realistic, be forthright. Any messages about luck, money, or resources, trust, your path with handling that money. Perhaps you need to relearn how to hold your money. Perhaps you've been frivolously spending, and the Page of Coins is saying that you either need to pull back from spending, or maybe even not to hold on so tightly, maybe to give to others. So I also sense that this could be like a gift to nature, that maybe you've been working so hard and maybe You need to trust your own path and realize that work shouldn't always come first. As you can see, she's surrounded by trees and greenery. That you need to have balance in your work. And maybe have more of like, if you are so serious, to be more childlike and not be so serious even at work. So that's another option. So let's get a card for June. Hope I'm not running out. Okay. This is turning into a really long video. Okay, so this is, we'll take for June. This is for July. Oh wait, another one popped out. I didn't even notice that one popped out. Okay, well I'll put that one back in because I don't even know where that was magically from. It's like, this is 2 cards. I just want one. So we need one for August. Oh my goodness. August doesn't want to come. Alright, we'll try September. Ooh. Okay, so I'll take that for September. October. So we'll come back to that and do November. The 4 of Wands in June corresponds with Anna, grandmother of Jesus, sending the light, laying foundations, divine plan, which is kind of funny because you're seeing the 4 Wands here, which is laying the foundation for this sanctuary. Almost kind of coming from the divine with the crystals and the lights coming from the universe. So in essence, it's almost like the universe has this divine plan for you to have some sort of sanctuary and literally seeding the lights. This tells me that the divine is either making a sanctuary for you or helping you in some way for your own laying of your own foundation. In July, you have align your life. What is not aligned needs to change with the Hermit card. The Hermit is all about kind of going within to see what he needs to do to process, to align his life if he's feeling out of whack. and manifest that. Alright, so let's do December. Oh. Okay, so we'll take this one for December. That one kind of came out first, which says double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity. Which, being in your surroundings, you know, taking care of yourself, you could be inherently taking care of others as well, enjoying your surroundings, sprucing up your home. When you take care of yourself, you take care of others, as she's holding the bird. So if you provide for anybody in your home, that could be uplifting for those around you as well. For the Empress, with the pregnancy, you have the cow in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. So perhaps if you have some sort of new beginning or pregnancy, you need your soul family, which makes sense. It takes a tribe to raise a family, or even perhaps to put into play a new beginning that you may have for yourself. If you're, you know, beginning any sort of venture, you might need your soul family to help you, that you can't do it alone. In September, you had don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? Maybe you're judging yourself too hardly. Too hard. Why would I say hardly? That's interesting. Too hard? Too hardly? Judging yourself too hardly. Where do I come up with these things? Okay, I'm trying to get a card for October here. For the King of Swords. What does the King of Swords have to say? What does he want to communicate? It can be a little bit harsh too, versus the Page of Swords might be a little bit more gentler communication. But the King of Swords, he means business. So we have Keepers of the Earth. You're not alone. Ancient ancestors stand behind you. So perhaps maybe one of your past relatives comes through, which was a no-nonsense person, kind of trying to communicate maybe with you or support you along the way. I know someone like my grandfather was very important in my life, and I've always kind of felt his presence still around me, and I've even had that confirmed as well, that he cheers me on. So if you are sensitive to energy around you, you could be feeling one of your past ancestors around you, helping you, letting you know that you're not alone in some sort of situation, trying to communicate with you. So we want a card for Page of Swords. Just to clarify, what is this Page of Swords trying to say? If anything. Let's see, a card flipped over. Devotion. Tune into the portal of your heart. Okay. So what this is telling me is that this is saying to tune into your own childlike self, to speak your truth indefinitely, and that was the advice of the card too. And I'm just going to read for this double mission for the Pleiades. Let's see here. So this is the Rebecca Campbell Work Your Light. number? It's triangle. I don't know if that matters. This is a transmission card. It's like the very last card. So it's saying the Pleiadians are a group of star beings dedicated to raising the vibration of the planet and sharing new consciousness through creations and technology. They have been incarnating on Earth since the beginning of humanity. You are a soul who has a double mission: to grow at soul level and to raise the vibration of the planet. If you have been called to write, speak, or channel, this is your sign to keep doing it. Your work is divinely guided. Of all the souls, Pleiadians are the chattiest, and so perhaps you have already started channeling some of this work into the third dimension. Thank you for doing your part in the great plan. Your presence and unique light is needed. So, what I gather from this card is just that you are seeking solace in your own home and to uplift your own spirits by decorating and making it as divine as possible. So, I hope you enjoyed your reading. Thank you for joining me today on March 11th, Pisces, and I will see you guys soon for another reading. Thank you.